Hello and welcome back to my Terra Invicta run. So, last time, or 2 episodes ago, we crashed our battleship fleet and I think I have recovered from it now. I took a day off to think about stuff and read a little bit about weapons and things in Terra Invicta. So you can regularly see me in Reddit and Discord if you want to chat with me about the game. So all the episodes where I crashed the fleet and the aftermath of that I recorded on Sunday and Monday, both of the days. And so yeah, then I took a little bit of time off to contemplate my losses here. I'm going to steal one thing which I saw from Perun. So he designed ships to take over alien bases. So I still don't have an engine for that, but I prepared some ship classes. So for example this one, which is the goal here is when I have a proper engine that I have enough KPS to fly to an asteroid of the aliens, and when I engage the base with an invasion here, I might still change the fleet class here to higher values. Let's see, maybe, I don't know how many I exactly need, I have to check it out at some point. So then I can escape with my ships to try to flee and burn the alien KPS which are trying to intercept me, and then I can still invade the base. And that's what I want to do. So right now we don't have enough KPS because the alien ships have like between 500 to 800 KPS. So that's not enough. We definitely need a better engine to have like 2, 3, 4k KPS. So also the cruise acceleration is very slow, and with that we are not getting anywhere in any reasonable time. So the engine is our main problem, and we are still very unlucky because we didn't get anything. So I also designed another corvette as a colony ship, so that we have something which we are going to send with our next battleship fleet. So in fact we can skip the research modules here. We are going to replace that with a resource with a different module which I want to try out. And I also designed a Lancer, and the idea, so transport is wrong here, but ignore it, it's hand designed. It still has some open slots here because there are some utility modules I might put in here. However, what this ship is going to do, it will have a lot of frontal armor, 50 for the moment, and I'm going to research the spinal mount coil gun level 3, something like that. Put this one here, have the coil gun battery 3 here, of course a point defense, and then I'm going to build some of these ships, like with a better engine of course too. And also I'm going to build an alternative version with the spinal mount. I don't think it's not called spinal mount, but it's like heavy phaser whatever, which is taking 4 frontal points, and I'm going to slap that on top here. So we're going to have 2 different battleships, and I want to see which performs better and what is more to my liking. However, as usual, we don't have a drive. So we got really unlucky so far with drives, but hopefully that can be solved soon. In regards to resources, we are of course under pressure all the time, and I don't want to spend anything currently. I just want to stock up. I queued up also 2 hostile takeover missions on the servants because I found 2 mining organizations on them which I want to take over and place on my guys, just to get another 10% on top of that. Also I'm going to sabotage the servants because it has 100% because they are far above the HAB limit, so you have 100% success chance, and I'm just going to annoy them as much as possible. Meanwhile, I started one ship to an intercept course against an alien fleet around Mercury. So there's something flying here. I think it's Victor 265. Yeah, So that's a frigate. But I'm afraid that it doesn't want to fight me, so let's see. In regards to what we are going to do now. So currently we are betting on 3 engines at the same time. So let's check the tech tree. So of course we are betting on the Daedalus torch. The prerequisites for everything here are fulfilled. So as you can see here, it's just a 30% chance which we didn't hit for like years now. The other drive we are of course betting on is the Mech Proteum Fusion drive, which has a 100% chance to unlock. Of course, but that's locked behind Proton Fusion, so that's like 150,000 signs to go until we have that, which is around less than a year. And the third drive we are betting on is of course the... No, wait a second. The Proteum Converter Torch here. So that's of course further down the line what we are anyway doing. So Proton Fusion, which unlocks us the Mech Proton whatever, and then afterwards we can also go into this direction. So Proton Inertial Torch is also decent as an alternative, which also has a 100% chance to unlock. So this one we can also use for something like our troop carriers or stuff like that. There are of course also other drives, for example the Icarus Torch, which we could also go for, but we don't want to do deuterium fusion right now. But there's also the Firefly Torch, which we are close to get to, so we in fact are banking on more than 1 or 2 drives. Therefore, at some point we are getting a drive, and that's all that matters. Yeah. So, of course we are skipping antimatter for the moment, because we don't want to invest anything there. At some point we of course want to go into Titans. However, that can wait. So also fleet logistics can wait. Of course the repair module in here, repair bay, is quite useful, but we have higher priorities currently. So in fact I decided that I'm not going to switch away from priority 3 here. Everything else is priority 1. We still have like 300 days if everything works fine until we would get the Mech Proteum Torch. If everything works decently fine, it can be faster of course, but that's at least my estimate how long it will take until we get at least one of the drives we are betting for. So in between we of course are going to research some of stuff like the spinal mount coil gun, which we want to get to level 3 and then mount on our battleship, on our, I don't know how was it called, but what I showed earlier. And yeah, and the alternative is when the other thing we want to do is when phasers are unlocked, that we are going to slap the biggest phaser on the frontal spinal mount slot, which is very good at pretty large ranges. So that's probably the stuff we need to take out stations. Yeah, that's it for the moment here. Also, of course, with phasers we are getting the next level of point defense, which we also want to have. Yeah. Also, Advanced Missile Warfare unlocks the 3rd level of the ECM module. We already have Alien ECM, so we are getting a 60% chance to shut down rockets before they hit close enough. So combined with the next level of point defense, we are more than safe. The only problem we have is of course the big shots from the stations and the sheer amount of firepower they can leverage. Yeah. The alternative is to go for plasma weapons and therefore avoid the point defense of the stationary things from the alien stations. However, I don't want to do that. I want to do it with the biggest guns available and want to give them a decent fighting chance. Also, it's quite decent against ships, in my opinion. So that's it for the moment. Of course, tactically speaking, what we want to achieve is when we can build our next fleet, which is of course a battleship fleet, we want to have two fleets. One ship which is like one fleet which is cleaning the asteroid belt, and a marine squad which is going to clean the asteroid belt. But also we want to aim for Jupiter as soon as possible, because the moons here are really, really good. So for example, what I'm interested in, I think, is Ganymede for water and volatiles. We're going to need a lot of water to fuel our drives, but also Callisto, for example, really good stats here. Europa also very good stats, and Io has the shipbuilding materials we could need. So we want to get here as one of our major stations, and then we are going to build up here a second presence basically. And when we achieve that, we are probably going to change all our science stations into command stations, which is like, do we have it unlocked? I think we do. Yeah, command center here, which are going to give to MC, and they are relatively pricey, but it's comparable to the research campus, so it only has a little bit of noble metals upkeep. However, that's going to be fine. So at some point we are going to crash our research and switch to everything else. So that's it for the moment, and we are going to continue here. So in fact we just have to buy a little bit of time, and also something I almost forgot, we want to finish off Madagascar. So we got a navy here. So one of our next turns is going to be to declare war on Madagascar and finish the African Union off. And we still need a lot of more CP points to integrate everything here, because that's going to be a problem. So yeah, until we have fleets, of course, we have to endure bombardments, fights, and whatever there might come. So yeah, we found this frigate in Mercury orbit, and I hope it wants to fight us. So engage. Yes, it is willing. So please go here. Yeah, and we are just going to speed 5 this, because I don't think that we can retract radiators. I never did that before, but might make sense here. And oh, the frigate is very far away. For whatever reason we started that far away, so it just takes time to... What is it doing? Okay, interesting flight path. It also has a laser on top. Okay, we have to adjust our path here. So of course we are in range now. What is this going to do? It's going to turn probably... we have to be careful here. So let's do like a long turn. Go forward and then slowly turn around. And like this. And you roughly the same. Oh, okay, we didn't even need to turn around. Easy. So this was definitely not really armored at all. Okay, game. I really dislike that it takes so long to finish the battle. But 1.2 exotics, I won't complain about that. So let's continue. And send the fleet back home. So go to shipyard. Okay. Yes. I know we don't need to merge up. Let's just... Offering counsel. Might be that there's something like we had before in a sec. So we need like a small ship fleet to pick up single ships which are going to escape, of course, our main fleet. Okay, continue here. Missile belts, we don't care.
They won't know what hit them.
Yeah. Bye bye. And repeat, please. Nice, common concern is done. And now we can go into the spinal mount coil gun. And we can hide the riverjack missiles, which we are not going to take. Okay, now we found the minerals, Altair here 7%, but also Lyra energy with 2%. Let's check the open ones here, Interpol, Trask, mostly knowledge. We don't care, so we are going to take Altair minerals. Yeah, of course we now have to manage our orcs again. Do we have anyone with an open slot? No, we don't. So we need to kick something out. Maybe our politician here. Energy research we want to keep currently. But this stuff, for example, we don't care currently, so we are going to unequip it. And then we are going to take in the mining here. But of course we have to sell something, so for example... Yeah, Shinhofen Books is better than Horus Entertainment, so Horus can go. Of course we lost a little bit of persuasion here, but we can just give him one back and later on the second one. Okay, and now we are probably stealing the other one, Lyra here. 1%. Yeah, take it. And the same story again, so we have to replace something somewhere. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, something like this can go, sell, and Lyra energy can go in. And you get 1 persuasion back here. Okay, let's continue. It's another 10% mining. Our core base is again getting bombarded. And the ship is destroyed. So continue.
Violence is abating.
Okay, continue. Ooh, the exotic radiator is done, which is also nice for our... Another bombardment here. Continue. Okay. Shukwa. Yeah, that's not ours. That's our spy. Yeah, we don't care. Okay, we lost something. Fission reactor here. I wish the game would... Where is it destroyed? Huh? Am I stupid? Sector... Ah, here. Why did it bring me to the other base? So, former fission reactor. No, not farm, fission reactor. Here we go. And rebuild. Okay. Continue back to Earth. So really, I can only advise again to decrease speed when you are under siege. While they are bombarding, because that's definitely helping. Okay, their weakness. While it is tempting to regard the Hydra as an almost godlike compared to humanity, basically what the servants are doing, were that truly the case, they would have simply seized Earth in one fell swoop. The question then is not of whether there is any chink in their armor, but of exactly where it is located. Of course, no species, least of all a sentient one, would ever willingly reveal its own vulnerabilities. As such, directly questioning the Hydra about what they most fear was inevitably a fool's errand. More indirect methods were instead required, and have yielded a singularly valuable insight. Okay, so This has been one of our more uncomfortable projects. Trying to figure out some way to force the Hydras onto the negotiating table has led us down dark path. Yeah, those who played the other factions on the more extreme side know what dark path they are going. In the end, solution came once again from our expatriates. Some of the more anti-alien members that left our faction have migrated to a faction known as Humanity First. Yeah, okay, that's what I was talking about. Led by a figure known as Colonel Castillo. Humanity First are not satisfied with merely defeating the Hydras, they want to kill them, all of them, and have conceived a biological weapon with which they hope to wipe out the Hydra race entirely. Humanity First believes that the hydrophagocytes can be used as a point of vulnerability, allowing direct access into the Hydra brain and immune system. Our researchers have looked at the Humanity First data, and though they lack sufficient expertise to say for sure, they believe that Humanity First designs have the potential to work. Obviously, we do not wish for this plan to proceed. Even apart from the ethical concerns, the deployment of this kind of bioweapon would represent a further escalation in the human-Hydra war that would in all probability end with the extinction of our species, their species, and of both of us. The threat of such an attack, however, might be the leverage we have lacked and needed. This kind of brinkmanship is an extremely dangerous game, but we are at this point out of options. We will set our researchers to work on developing a proof-of-concept bioweapon. I hope we are not making a terrible mistake. Yeah, so basically, even though we are the middle ground faction, we are faced with the insight that we maybe don't have another choice than to threaten with a mass extinction weapon. And also, of course, it's a moral question to do the same principles of sentient life, which, for example, humanity developed for itself in regards to not using, like, bioengineered weapons or something, should also be applied to aliens, which we don't know. Do they have the same kind of human rights? Should they be applied to also alien? So that's of course a very important question to solve, and we as a middle ground faction are of course on the pathway to rather say every life is precious and everyone has the same rights, more or less. Okay, that's good.
There are only two things that really matter
and we've finished proton boron fusion.
To be fast and not getting ourselves killed in the process.
Yes, so and with proton, our next target. In fact, no, we are going to do that, and in situ is going to be after phasers or missile warfare. Here, however, we are not going to path down the wormholes yet. We want to get into the direction of the flow stabilized Z-pinch fusion reactor, which is the alternative to a Daedalus, for example, which we are not getting, so maybe we have a chance of getting this one. And as I know my luck, we are not going to get it. So let's see. So this one is going to be finished in January, in March, in June. Yeah, this one is a really big one. But let's see how much the other AIs will contribute to proton-proton fusion. Maybe they are going to help. So let's continue. Dry hole. Huxley base. Okay, that's one of the less important ones. Okay, only 25% minus. That's good. Okay, spinal coil gun is done. Ooh, Zeta boron fusion rifles. Is that a good one? 670k, 1.3k KPS. Yes, in fact, it's decent. We could put that onto our marines. So please do it. It's going to be done in January, in fact. Man, our research bonuses are massive here. Another fleet has arrived in high Mercury orbit, a destroyer. Yeah, that's fine. Let's... Oh, wait a second. High Mercury orbit R. And in fact, Victor 305, please get intercepted here. We don't want to go after our science stations. And there we go. Stonefort, yeah. I really don't want to press auto-resolve here. Engage, start battle. And now we're going to do more or less the same as usual, so it's not going to be very different to what we did before. Going to stick a little bit closer together here. Already shooting missiles because it's much faster than the frigate before. Okay. And we have to turn around. Can you please hit? Yeah, okay. Just needs like 3 or 4 hits for the destroyer to be dead with the coil guns. They just have to get through the point defense. And the benefit of the large coil guns, of course, is that the shots that it fires are a lot harder to kill. So the point defense has a lot more work to do. We got damaged. Okay, interesting. So continue. And we are going back to home base. Ooh, don't need to burn that much fuel. I dislike a little bit that you can't do some kind of maneuver to your ships which says fly back to shipyard, repair and refuel, so that you don't have to do like 6 clicks instead of 2. But what has happened here? Decline. It's not. Why do I have stuff here now? Okay. Yeah, now it's gone. Weird bugs. I hope I will not crash that much now. Because I got a feeling that it got worse with the last patch.
Reporting in.
But, well. Can't trade with anyone. However, there's an alien in cache. How about wrong guy.
Ready for
Cache. How about investigating this guy?
initiating surveillance.
And Dex, you are going to visit
Ready to go.
these servants again.
Reaching lab security.
Alexander.
Ready for my mission.
No, not needed here in fact. So in that case we are going to
Your orders?
use Gilbert for war declaration down here.
Heading to the capital. Ready for orders.
Yeah,
Standing by.
you could go. Why is the loyalty at 8 by now? So where did it go? Apparently it went down again. Okay, so we are going to do an advice here.
Offering counsel.
Alexander,
Standing by.
do we need public opinion somewhere? India, yes.
We'll make our appeal.
So continue here. The Bowen inertia drive is also available. Let's check it out for a sec. It has 156 kps and terrible thrust, so no, bye bye. And that for 10k, that's expensive. Can't afford that currently. Okay, the fleet has arrived and we are going to repair first and then we are going to refuel. Okay,
Offering support.
continue.
Offering assistance.
Permanent assignment, please.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
They won't know what hit them.
And we are going to sabotage the human Hydra economy, and do it again. Ooh, Spinal Coiler MK2, that's something we want to do.
We've got some intel on our target.
Do it again. Okay, stole a project from us, that's fine. What? Really good. Question is... Ooh, both projects are really good. No, wait, we need the drive, in fact. So... And this one we also need to unlock the other one. Wait a second. Yes. But you can wait, in fact. So how about we are going to do Advanced Coil Cannon 3. We definitely need... We don't need the lasers here. We also need this one. So let's start here. Because we want to unlock the third project as soon as possible.
Mission complete.
Okay, declare war on Madagascar. Bye bye. And of course everyone can join for a little bit of unity.
Wrapping up here.
And then we are going to... we don't need 4 armies, so just 2 should be enough. Okay, and continue. Yeah, the alien armies are still stuck here, so that's definitely bugging out, which is of course very sad, because it would have been quite interesting to defeat 12 armies and the other 15 which are coming on the horizon. And yeah, I don't know how that will continue in the end. Okay, Cash, how much intel do you already have on him? +5, so you're maxed out. So we could kill you for 26% chance, or we could do a detain for 15% chance. So no, that's not an option. Yeah, let's do it. 64.
Won't see me coming.
Standing by
Gilbert.
for orders.
The question is, does he have any organizations which... No, he doesn't have any. Okay. Okay. George. You are going to do advice either here. Yeah, that might not be... Some economic boosts here are probably useful. Okay, confirm and continue. Olympus Mons again. He lost something and the ship got destroyed. So we have to rebuild a layered defense array here. It's definitely annoying because you bleed resources through that, but it's still decent. Still in a massive surplus until we get ships we can build.
Lending my expertise.
Okay,
Offering support.
permanent assignment.
Lending my expertise.
So how are
We've
techs
hacked
going?
their research data.
Yes, do it again. And now it's fine for the moment. We annoyed them a bit. New alien detected here. It's also fine. Okay, Spinal Mount Coil Gun 2 is done. And now we can... Okay, in situ research, resource utilization. It's a module we want to take with us. And next one is the advanced coil gun here. So go. Can we kill the alien? How lucky are we?
Missed the target.
Do it again. It's very sad. Another bombardment again. Continue. Ship got destroyed.
Public
Yes.
opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, low Bertha orbit, whatever. Okay, continue. Ah. Demokritos base, which one is that? Is that defended? Should be. Yes, it is. So, speed 4. Continue. Don't care about this one. We lost fusion reactor and the ship got destroyed. Fusion reactor array. So that's... No, not farm, reactor array, okay. Okay.
Cleaning things up.
I mean, it bleeds out some ships of the aliens. The next one... Nightingale base, yeah. Continue, speed 4. Whatever got destroyed here. Fission reactor array. It's getting very annoying in this regard. Fission reactor array? Where are you?
We'll be ready for new orders.
Yeah, after this turn we are going to make a break because the new year has started, and then we can check out where we want to invest, in fact. We still have a lot of exotics. I think we can go down to like 60 exotics, and the rest we are going to reserve for massive battleship building as soon as we are there. So how's our situation here? 13th of May by now. Very good. And this one is also almost finished. Very good. Another fleet has arrived in Mars orbit. ECM3 is unlocked, nice. So our ships are getting nice and juicy. Mars Base 7. What get destroyed? 2 modules, former fission array, former fission reactor array. Yeah, rebuild them. But everything else is still standing, and I assume Vast Sky has been destroyed and Turbulent Sea has been destroyed, yeah. 2 ships down for the aliens. It's fine. Sadly we don't get any alloys or alloys exotics from that, which is pretty sad. Okay, so we're going to make a cut here and continue rushing towards engines.